All right, what's up, guys? It is day 19 of whatever this is, I think. Today, I actually want to talk about something important. I got something to say today. So, over the course of time that I've been dieting, either in a surplus or in a deficit, you learn little like tricks or kind of like, I don't know if tricks is the right word, but there's like things that you learn. And so, right now, the last 3 days, I actually cut my calories a little bit. And so, I want to talk about the little things that I do to to make it more manageable, because a lot of people will overcomplicate it, or they just don't know what to do. Like, you eat less or eat in a deficit, but it's just like, how do I go about doing that? And I've kind of already gone through the trial and error. So recently I cut my calories a little bit more, and I went from like a very comfortable, not struggling at all, to like a, okay, I'm actually gonna have to think about this, be a little more careful. I could still probably cut back more and still be in like the comfortable range, but it would be right on the edge of, I'm not liking this. Still doable, of course, but anyway. And so right now, the one I want to mention is, I find myself in a situation where I like to eat a big breakfast, and I like to eat it late because I can fast for a while. I don't have to eat first thing in the morning. It doesn't mess with my focus, doesn't mess with my energy. I can not eat until late afternoon or early in the evening even. So I can eat breakfast very late, and I can eat it big, and then I can go throughout the rest of the day. Now, today I wasn't that busy doing anything. I wasn't at the shop or anything, so I ate a big breakfast. About like 1,000 calories, just under 1,000 calories, around 1 or 2 p.m. And then right now, just again, I ate probably around 700 calories. Oh, and then in between those two, I had probably something like 250 calories. So, I mean, that puts me literally at like, what would that be, like 1950? Yeah, something like 1950. And I was at 2450 calories, and I want to stay under 22 now. That's my goal, is to stay under 2200. So I found myself in a situation where I was like, man, I just ate that food and I'm not that full. What should I do? So kind of thought about it a little bit. I was like, okay, I can chug water, which that's something, I'll touch on in a bit. Um, but last time I went to the grocery store, I am not a soda guy. I used to drink a ton of soda, but once I stopped, I just preferred water a lot. But not a big soda guy, and definitely not a diet soda guy, but I can stomach it. That's a bad word to say. Like, it's not terrible. Like, it's definitely decent, but I don't love it. Like is even like a stretch, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. So I got soda because I was like, like, whenever you're eating, I used to, like, let's say whenever I was bulking, and this is the cool thing, is whenever you're trying to eat more, you also kind of figure out things that help you eat less. Because I had to not eat soda whenever I was drink soda whenever I was trying to gain weight, because I'd end up drinking calories, which is basically useless, in a lot of ways, and I wouldn't be able to eat the food. So I would I would actually hold off on drinking. I would finish all of my food first, and then I would drink. I wouldn't drink because then I might find myself in a situation where I've got half my plate left or a quarter of my plate left. I'm like, oh, I'm just stuffed. I can't get this down anymore. So I would eat everything to make sure that I didn't make myself feel any more full than I would have been if I hadn't just ate first and not drank while eating, if that makes sense. So now I do the opposite. I try and drink a lot with all my meals, and with this diet soda, I was like, you know what? I bet I could use this diet soda. It's 0 calorie, plenty of fizz, and you just kind of feel full. Or even if you don't feel full, you don't feel empty. Like, you feel like, I don't know, something's in your stomach. You got gas, not like gas, that sort of gas, but the whatever, carbonation. Anyway, so I was looking around. I'm like, I got that diet soda. Let me drink a quick diet soda. Drank it, and I feel great. And I know personally that when I go to the gym and when I get my workout in, for some reason when I work out, like, I can be hungry ish. I don't work out like actually hungry, but I could be like, I could eat something, but maybe I'll get this workout in. And if I go get that workout in, and when I finish up and when I go home, I know that for some reason, like, maybe it's because I was, like, heavily exerting myself or whatever else, but for some reason, I'm not hungry at all. Like, I'm just like more tired than anything, and kind of ready to just relax. So if I'm hungry and I know I can get a workout in, I know I can kill an hour, and then after the workout, I won't be hungry at least for another 2-3 hours. So then if I can go to sleep after the workout, which I work out late, it's 9:15 p.m. right now, then I know I'll be fine. So those are like the two things that I wanted to share right now, which could be like silly, common sense, kind of a little stupid, but little things like this definitely add up. Like if I find myself, that's just what I did right now. The one thing that I do a lot whenever I'm cutting down on calories, not getting specific into food and stuff like that, but whatever meal it is that I have, I drink at least a full water bottle, maybe a water bottle and a half, and keep drinking water throughout the day. That'll make it so, I mean, you don't want to take it to an extreme, but if you really had to, like I've had times, and I'm not suggesting it because I haven't done research or seen what negatives are in this, but as far as I can tell, there's no negatives in, man, I'm hungry, I ate my meal, I'm just gonna drink so much water that it doesn't necessarily take away my hunger, but it'll borderline kind of be uncomfortable how much water I just drank, to the point where the hunger's technically still there, but I don't want to eat because I'm a little bit uncomfortable in my stomach or whatever it is. So there's definitely levels to it, but the simple thing to do, drink plenty of water with your meals, and the meal itself will just feel like overall more. Drink in between your meals, and then if you need stuff to hold you over, the key that I have found for me is to not feel full, but just to get yourself through the day without at one single point being like, oh, I'm starving. Because a lot of times, once you hit that point of, man, I'm starving, then you just have to eat a lot to make up for it. Whereas if you're always on that like brink of like kind of hungry, but you could eat, to keep yourself there, that's the ideal goal. So a lot of times, instead of trying to plan meals or whatever to hold me over, I have my regular meals, and then I have like very small meals or snacks. So like for example, rice cakes. A rice cake is 60 calories if you get the chocolate ones that I get. Two of those, it's not a whole lot, but it's not nothing. I mean, it's two decent sized pucks, and if you chug a water or two with it, then it's plenty to hold you over for whatever. And the other thing is, like if you listen to Alex Ramosi, something he always talks about is like, what is patience? He's always defining terms, which is super cool. But what is patience? Is patience, and he says something like patience is doing something else instead of waiting on whatever. So like, let's say you're um, cook something in a microwave for 2 minutes. Patience isn't having the ability to wait. Everybody has the ability to wait, but it's just doing something else for those 2 minutes, and then it's done. On a long whatever. He has much better examples. So patience is really find something else to do while you're waiting. So if you're like, oh, I can't wait till my next meal, have that little snack, chug some water. I guarantee you'll feel better after it. And then also go and do something. If you take your mind off of food, you're not gonna be as hungry, especially after you just gave yourself a little bit to kind of hold you over. So that's something I've been doing a lot, is those rice cakes in between with water with every single meal. And if I really have to, like today, where I cut back a little more of my calories, whatnot, 0 calorie soda. And if you do 0 calorie soda with a meal, and I personally haven't because I just like drinking a lot of water, but if I had my meals with that 0 calorie soda, then I probably would get to that point where I'm like, oh, I'm pretty full, and that'll hold me over for a while. Um, so that's what I have to say. Plenty of little whatever hacks. Are, if they're healthy, do I recommend them? I don't know, but that's what I do, and they work for me, and I don't hate my life doing it. So I don't see why they would hurt. But another thing, um, yeah, when I was in a when I was trying to eat more and I couldn't like get more calories in terms of eating, a lot of times what I would do is, people say you drink your calories, but instead of drinking like a soda or whatever, blah blah blah, I would drink like orange juice. Now, which one is better? I don't know. Somebody could probably debate that better, but I imagine, orange juice with like natural sugar, I'm sure they pump it full of sugars, or I don't know if they do, but I imagine it's better. So, just little stuff like that, like I'm trying to get calories in. I love orange juice. It won't make me feel that full for very long. Like it won't really take away from stuff. So after I'm done eating, I'm gonna add. I mean, I don't know. Like if I can have 2 cups of orange juice, that's something like 250-ish calories just added right there. It's like easy. And if I could do that with every single meal, let's say you only have 3 meals, that's 750 calories. So just little stuff like that. And again, like with the water, big one, 0 calorie soda. Just plenty of little cheat codes to not solve the big picture, but to just keep you at that like little level of like, I can go on with my day now. Drink the soda, I can go have my workout comfortably. Had my little 2 rice cakes and my water, I can go to work now, and so focused on work, I'm not really thinking about it. Just stuff like that. I also think I have a little bit of a. I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna wrap up here because it looks like I've already been talking for 12 minutes. But I also feel like I have this thing where although I do get distracted very easily, whatever it is that I'm focused on, I'm like very focused on it. So that causes me to forget all sorts of things, but kind of blessing and a curse because I can be hungry, but the second I get focused on work, talking to a client, editing a video, like it's just like locked in, and as long as I'm locked in, hours can go by, and that hungry that I was feeling, completely out of my mind, completely forgot about it. That's part of the reason that I can go so long without eating. I've never done like a legitimate like multiple day fast or anything like that, but I can, yeah, I can multiple times easily without issue, not eat until 5 6 p.m. and um, I'm sure if I wanted to wait longer, I suppose I could have. I don't really have a reason to wait, but the latest one that I've ever done is like 8 p.m. So I don't know whatever kind of fast that was, assuming like I ate at 10 the night before, that would be 14 hours till the next day at noon plus 8. That's 22 hours. So it's not nothing, but it's not crazy. But it's just like being able to do something else and being focused on doing that thing definitely helps me. So I'm not going to pretend that everybody can do it. Like, for example, my brother, he has to eat breakfast. He can't, like he says he gets headaches and he gets this and blah, blah, blah. I don't. So I just kind of use whatever it is for me, um, as a, have it in my back pocket. Might as well use it. And it's also awesome because if I can not eat for the whole day, that means I can eat really good at the end of the day. So yeah, I mean, whatever your strong suits are, use them. If you know that you're not that hungry at night, or you prefer not to eat at night, or you don't have as much of an appetite at night, then do the opposite. Eat most of your calories throughout the day, and um, if you know you go to bed at 10, but you lay down at 8, and you don't want to, you only have to eat, you know you want to eat your last meal at 6, then you're golden. Make it work then. So, anyways, not a big like aha moment or anything like that, but just little stuff that makes it easier for me to do what I'm doing. And just to kind of clarify how it has helped me, it was the last thing I'll say. The last 3 4 days, I dropped my calories from 2450 to just trying to stay under 2200. And previous to that, I was at 2450 for 6 weeks. And my starting weight was 165. Now it was a very like inflated 165, like water weight, just heavy, not like legitimately 165, because within 2 or 3 days of this deficit plus the working out, I had immediately dropped down to like 162 so it's 3 pounds. I didn't literally lose 3 pounds of body fat, like my body started like it like dropped and regulated around 162, 161. Then I very slowly dropped from 162 to basically 160. I was anywhere in between like 160 point whatever and then 159 point whatever, like those, I was anywhere in between those. So basically just 160 was my average weight for the next 5 weeks. Now I do think I lost some fat and gained some muscle or whatever from the kind of beginner gains of starting back up again. But the second I dropped my calories, so these last 3 days that I dropped my calories, I am now weighing in every day in the 157s. So it's just like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people, especially when you're signing up for something and you have to do it for a while before seeing results, it's like hard to sign up for it because you're not that confident in it. So just sharing my experience and saying like, at the end of the day, if you do count your calories, and 100% I would recommend to use a weight scale and not like scooping measurements, because you can easily mess that up by a margin of, it matters. I don't know. Like it's not like, it's a little bit, it's like all those little things will absolutely screw you over. So yeah, it is as simple as counting your calories. Make sure you're accurate if you really care about it, and your weight will go down or go up, whatever it is. And also, I feel like it's important to note that I didn't see, like I said, I was at basically the same weight for 5 weeks. That first week I did that quick initial drop. Then I was basically around the same weight for 5 weeks. I didn't immediately go like what the hell? The scale's not moving. Like this is stupid. Or I gotta move my It's like I did that. My body I lost that weight. So as you lose weight, your body literally will need to consume less calories because now you weigh less. So as an organism, as a whatever living creature, your body no longer needs as much energy to sustain you because you're now a little bit smaller. So there's that. And there's also the fact that like over time, as far as I understand, your metabolism can adjust. So, put those two factors in, give your body time to do its thing, but then also don't jump the gun too quick. So it's like I waited that time, didn't get frustrated, whatever, saw my body change a little bit, saw it slow down, changed my calories a little bit, immediately saw a shift. And it's just like, if you're consistent and then if you're consistent and you change inputs, then the output is very obvious. It's like you don't have to wonder like, oh, why is this different? Why is this different? Blah, blah, blah. I kept everything the same. I changed calories. Output was different. It's like very, very simple. So yeah, now I'm just rambling. So anyway, those are some little cheat codes, hacks, I guess, if you want to call them. Use them if you want to, or don't. I'm sure there's way better ways to do it that people who have been doing it way longer than me can suggest. But that's what I'm doing, and I'm pretty happy doing it, and I'm seeing pretty good results. So that's pretty much it. And hitting the chest workout, got to get in there, finish this up. It's my second one of the week, so this is more of like an isolating, squeezing type of day, not like a heavy, lot of volume kind of day. It's just my chest is always falling behind, so I push really hard on my first chest day, and then I go pretty easy. Not pretty easy, but it's just not. I don't push it to a crazy level. I'm on the second one, so that's gonna be it. If I have a nasty pump or something I want to share with you guys, then I'll see you guys in there.